Let's see, here we go. I am playing Final Fantasy II Pixel Remaster. This is the first time I've ever played Final Fantasy II. I've played Final Fantasy 1. I actually just completed that, the Pixel Remaster version, just a couple weeks ago. That was my first playthrough of that. I've also played Final Fantasy 4 many, many years ago, as well as 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12. So I'm not new to the Final Fantasy series, though I haven't played a lot of the really old ones. I also did play 3, I think, years ago on Kindle. They did a 3D remaster or whatever. But anyway, this game is on Gamepass now, so it seemed like the ideal time to jump in, play for free. So that is what I'm doing. I enjoyed playing through Final Fantasy 1, so Final Fantasy 2 seemed like the natural transition. So let's go ahead and get started. New game. I don't really know that much about Final Fantasy 2. I mean, I'm generally familiar with the series because I've played a lot of them, but I mean, this never played this one. I didn't go and read a bunch of guides or details or whatever. So, all right, starting off with my characters here. Let's see. Picking out some names. I may just go with the default characters names. I thought that said Freon for a minute. This person, Farion, named Guy. That's a pretty lame name. To be honest, these characters all look pretty lame. They looked better in the original. I'm just gonna go with the defaults. I mean, I really don't care what the names of the characters are. I don't know how relevant it is. It might be a little more relevant here than it was in the original one. Start the game with these names. Fine with me. Wonder if he's. I don't know what classes these are. I guess I'll find out here shortly. I would guess that one guy was a Dragoon. The Emperor of Palamecia has called forth. Oh, I missed it. Has begun his campaign for world conquest. So, if you're not familiar, this is the Pixel Remaster version, so it's not the original. But the rebels' castle fell to an all-out assault. This text actually goes pretty quick. Maybe I'm just slow, but left with little choice, rebels withdrew. Yeah, it goes quite quick actually. For youths from Finn also found themselves they had lost their parents at the hands of the Empire, but their escape wasn't over. So that's us. Basically, the Emperor. I guess I don't entirely know what's going on. It went by really quick, and I didn't quite catch some of it. But it seems like the Emperor's invading, and we are fighting off some of their forces. And these are my dudes. I don't even know who they are or what their classes are, but let's go ahead. I imagine it's not hard at the beginning. If it's anything like Final Fantasy 1, you do have to just start grinding right off the bat. Will he live? He will. I sense a strong life force within him. He should regain consciousness soon. We found them like this on the escape from Finn, fallen from terrible wounds. So yeah, Emperor's army invaded. We tried to fight, but It didn't win because sounds like we're kids. By the time we brought them here, I feared it was already too late. His life is not in danger. This sigil will strengthen his life force. We should let him rest now. Of course. We'd best be off to the meeting. I imagine they're already waiting for us. So I'm wondering if we're starting this game off as like complete noobs. You know, the last game, Final Fantasy 1, you kind of start off as heroes already, and you just become stronger heroes. But are we just essentially kids in this? You need to become powerful? If the Empire is allowed to complete the dreadnought they're building in Bafsk, their attack will begin in earnest. We cannot sit idly by and watch. We must act. So this, I believe, is the main character that's on I want to say it was the loading screen. I have to go back and look at it again, but I recognize this guy now that I see him. Where am I? Leon! Maria! Guy! That's a funny name. Guy! Where are you? Yeah, I don't know what their classes are. I didn't see anything that allowed me to choose different characters. Maybe I did something wrong, but whatever. I'm happy enough with these classes. I guess I don't know what their classes are, though. So I'm happy enough with these characters. I hope I have some mages. Furion, you're alive. I thought you'd... Of course, I didn't do any research ahead of time. I don't even know if you're able to switch or what classes are available in this game. I'm fine, Maria. You seem alright too, Guy. But wait, where's Leon? So they were all in better shape than him, I guess. Princess of Finn, save us. But Leon not here. I see. Don't worry, I'm sure he's okay. So you've regained your strength. Very good. Your life force is strong indeed. So that must be the princess of... let's see. It was you who saved us, wasn't it? Thank you. Forgive me, Your Highness, but there is something I must ask of you. Please let us join the rebel army. Fight against the evil emperor. I could never allow such a thing. You know nothing of battle. You would only be throwing your lives away. So clearly you're starting this one as complete noobs. You're not really heroes, you're kids. I think it specifically said kids in the beginning. But, like I said, Final Fantasy 1, you start off as the heroes that are there to save the world, or prophesize to save things, you know. You know nothing of battle. You would only be throwing your lives away. You should return to your homes. I'm guessing their homes were probably destroyed, or at least invaded. But, oh, we have no homes anymore. Oh, yep, well, there we go. The Imperials attack, and our parents. Our parents! Hopefully their parents are okay, but I'm guessing not. I'm truly sorry, but that changes nothing. I cannot permit you to join our army. If you've nowhere else to go, you're welcome to stay here in Altair. I'm just guessing about how to pronounce that. If you know our password, you should be able to live here well enough. The password is Wild Rose. Remember it well. The Wild Rose is the insignia of the Kingdom of Finn. It represents our hope for a flourishing future of strength and beauty. But what will become of Finn now? I've heard that the Empire's captives suffer there in confinement, even as we speak. Maria, your brother Leon is missing, is he not? It's possible he's being held in Finn as well. But Finn is far too dangerous to travel to now. The Emperor's beasts still stalk the streets. Gaining entrance to the city will not be easy. The man at my right is Minwu, the white wizard who tended your wounds. It's Gandalf. Speak with him before you leave. He may be of some assistance. Okay, let's do that. I'm not sure what the open and close menu, okay. Seems the controls are similar to Final Fantasy 1, which I also played on PC on Gamepass. I see your destiny clearly. The future it holds seems closely entwined with my own. You will begin by journeying to Finn. That is the first step towards realizing your fate. You've wasted no time using the password. You can learn much value by listening. I offer you one more bit of advice before you depart for Finn. Those who have fallen in battle can be revived at a sanctuary. Well, that's good. Should one of you fall before you reach Finn, go without hesitation to the nearest sanctuary. There are no key terms to learn, okay? Alright. These guards. The port of Paloom lies not far east of here, but a lake separates us, so you won't be able to reach the town without a canoe. Yeah, they give better clues. This is the Rebel Army War Room. Okay, let's talk to this wizard. Heading to Finn, are we? It's not my place to tell you what to do, but I'd reconsider if I were you. It's a dangerous place, you see. The city is crawling with the Empire's monsters. To the north lies a small village called Getrea. Judging by the look of you, you'd be lucky to make it that far. Before you go anywhere, I suggest you visit the room with the sigil that saved your life. There you'll find people who can teach you a thing or two about adventuring. I think you're going to need all the advice they can spare. So let's see. Okay, I'll go back there. And I'm guessing I want to go to the city to the north that he just made reference to. Would you like to hear about monsters? Yes, there are many different types of monsters. Some monsters are vulnerable to certain types of attacks. For example, the undead are weak against fire, and aquatic monsters are weak against lightning. However, there are also monsters that absorb particular elemental attacks. Casting fire on a monster made of flame will heal it instead of doing damage. You can damage zombies and other undead with restorative magic like cure and items like garlic. But be careful when using spells that steal HP or MP, such as Drain and Osmos. When used against the undead, these spells can backfire and hurt you instead. Shall I tell you about chests? Treasure chests contain things like items and gil. They hold rare items. If you're lucky enough, hold on to them. Treasure chests aren't all gil and glory by any means. Some chests conceal monsters. There's no way to know. I'm going to try and kind of blaze through these because it seems like common sense. Monsters often accompany especially good loot. You want to know more about the flee command, am I right? You can escape a battle by selecting flee. There's no point in fighting and losing battle. If a foe is too difficult, flee. Think carefully, okay? Shall I teach you a thing or two about weapons? Yep. There are 7 weapon categories: swords, spears, axes, staves, knives, bows, and unarmed. Blah, blah. One-handed weapons can be equipped along with a shield. It's also possible to equip 2 one-handed weapons, one in each hand. Equipping a bow requires 2 free hands, but allows the character to attack with the same damaging force in the rear row of the party formation. Fighting unarmed is another splendid choice and can be as powerful as any weapon. Unfortunately, equipping a shield cuts an unarmed combatant's attack power in half. So if you plan to fight unarmed, it's probably wise to just skip shields. Would you like to hear about information displayed on the status menu? Why not? Okay, you can develop the attributes and abilities displayed on the status menu by fighting battles. Attributes such as strength and magic will change according to the actions you take in battle. If character attacks, his or her strength and weapon skills may improve. Similarly, if a character uses magic, okay, there are 11 different attributes that can change. Would you like to explain the 11 attributes in more detail? Sure. HP, if character uses HP during battle, his or her maximum HP will increase. Participating in lots of battles can increase your maximum HP. If a character's MP drops during battle, his or her maximum MP will rise. Attacking during battle will increase the character's strength. Okay, these are kind of cool. If a character loses HP during battle, his or her stamina will improve. Basically just doing stuff increases your stats. Okay, straightforward enough. Using white magic increases your spirit. Battling while your evasion is high will raise agility. Okay, I'm gonna skip these. I've got the point at this. At this point, I get it. Nothing happens. Would you like to hit a little less on skill levels? Skill levels can be divided into 2 broad categories: weapon skill levels and magic skill levels. But wait, there's more. Weapon skill levels are divided by weapon types such as swords and axes. Similarly, magic skill levels are divided by spell. Spells like cure and fire each have their own skill level. Attacking with a given type of weapon improves the corresponding weapon skill. As your skill levels rise, your attack and accuracy with those types of weapons will likewise improve. Casting a spell improves the corresponding magic skill. Spells become more powerful and effective as their skill level rise. That makes sense. This is definitely deeper than Final Fantasy 1, which is what I just played a few weeks ago. We'd like to learn about armor. There are 4 types of armor: shields, helms, body armor, and gloves. Shields are equipped in the same fashion as one-handed weapons in either right or left. Since wearing a shield only requires one hand, you can also equip a one-handed weapon. Should you choose, you can equip 2 shields, one in each hand. This makes you attack empty-handed, however. Helms are equipped on the head, gloves on the hands. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Provided you can afford it, you should always keep your party protected. Okay, pretty straightforward. Lesson in magic, yes. There are 2 schools of magic, black magic and white magic. Now, I just started this game. I'm not all familiar. I don't know which of my characters actually, what their classes are, or who can even use magic. So, I just started this game, like within the last couple of minutes, and I didn't do any research on it really, but we'll see. Hopefully I have some mages in my party. I didn't customize their names or anything. I didn't look into it, anything. There are 2 schools of magic, black and white. White specializes in healing. Okay. Black magic, offensive spells. Blizzard deals ice damage. Okay. Characters can learn both black and white magic spells in any combination they choose. However, a character can only learn a maximum of 16 spells. So I'm wondering if everybody in this is going to have like magic abilities and there's not like a white mage, black mage. I don't know. Well, I'll find out. If somebody knows, feel free to tell me. I'm a noob to this game, but yeah, I know in Final Fantasy 1, like I had a black mage and a white mage, right? Like this, maybe this is a little less specific. However, a character can only learn a maximum of 16 spells. So you can use a forget command to remove any spell a character has already learned. Forgotten spells can be learned again, but their levels reset to 1, so use caution. Key terms. In the course of a conversation with someone, a particularly important word might come up. When this happens, these commands will appear. Ask, learn, and key item. Select learn to commit the key term to memory. Okay. You can use the ask to ask people about any item terms you've learned. Keep in mind, only certain words can be learned this way. So, okay, like passwords and whatnot. When you learn words or find rare items, you should ask people about them. Would you like to explain the formation? Formation command assigns characters to either the front or rear of the party battle formation. Characters in the front row can attack using any type of weapon. I'm guessing the back has to be a bow or magic. Characters in the rear only do half damage when attacking with anything except bows and magic. However, they only receive half damage. That makes sense. I want to say that's how it was in Final Fantasy 3 when I played 2, but that's been too many years ago. Either way, that makes sense. So back you do less damage, but take less damage. Assign characters. Okay, time to head out. Now I'm officially beginning my quest. I forget the name of the city they told me I should go to, but I'm gonna just start heading out. There's a little village, he said, to the north that they made reference to. I'm just gonna look around here a bit. King of Finn, arrow stuck him. Leave me the stage. Okay. My daughter Hilda now serves this region. I already talked to her, so I'm just gonna move on. Alright, time to just leave the castle, I think. I was wandering, hoping there's a chest or something I can, some loot to grab. When I played Final Fantasy 1, I was caught off guard because right off the bat it just throws you right into it. I was not expecting to actually have to do any grinding like instantly, but you definitely do. So, lesson learned, I will make sure I fight here and level up a bit and buy stuff. Okay, 1 potion. Oh, at least I got something. So let's see. I've got no money really, so it's not like I can buy anything. So, but I don't really want to get far from this town without buying stuff. Here's the armor. Here. Oh, cool! You can run on this one. Maybe you could in 1 too, and I just never realized it. But weapons. I'm not going to buy anything at the moment. Actually, let me check out my dudes here. I am not sure that they actually have character classes. Might just be different. I mean, again, maybe it's just that I'm too early into this game, and I didn't do any real research on it. They may all just be essentially you create your own class based on how you level them up. I don't know. I'm too much of a noob to this to really know. But in the first one, they had very clear classes, right? The black mage, white mage, thief, and who else did I have? I can't remember, warrior or some sort of like knight type class, but I don't see anything indicating any sort of class at this point. But that's kind of cool if you're able to just fully customize your character essentially with whatever you want, and then you create a class, right? Like you have your character's a blank template, you give them a bunch of spells and essentially create their class. But yeah, I'm too much of a noob to really understand. Alright, I'm going to walk outside the city and just do some fighting before I really move on. But I need to go north of here and look for a little village, because they made reference to that. But first, I'm going to save. Now, I'm just going to start fighting, start the grind. This will be my first battle ever in Final Fantasy Leg Eater. What the heck? That is a weird... so if anybody's curious, Evil Emperor attacked, and you know he's trying to take over. He's kind of destroyed our villages, and you know decimated this country. And we are trying to help join the army to fight in this rebellion. They would not allow us to because we're just worthless kids. And now we are going and looking for our friend who is missing ever since the attack. Like the queen actually had us rescued after the battle when the Emperor invaded, so that's why we managed to survive. We're hoping our friend Leon also survived. We only have a party of 3 right now because Leon's not here. He's missing and we're going to look for him. So anyway, first battle, success. I gotta get some gold, and I want to do a little shopping in this village before I really move on, because yeah, you never know how... I don't know enough about this game. I know older games like this can be pretty brutal. I know Final Fantasy 1 was incredibly brutal when I played it. I right off the bat ran into some tough guys that just kicked my butt, and I was surprised at how quickly you had to really dive in. Well, there you go, right to 4 goblins. I mean, they're easy, but if anybody's played this game, let me know. This is my first time. I mean, it's my first, I don't know, 10 minutes or so into it. I've played one, just a couple weeks ago. I played 3, but it was like the 3D remaster version or whatever on Kindle. I beat 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12. So I played a fair number of them. Not as many of the newer ones. Leg Eater, I can't get over that name, that's just weird. Maybe it's a reference to something I just don't understand. But my party is a little weaker now because, well, obviously I just started, but I'm 1 person down. I'm missing Leon. Because after the invasion, we were rescued, and he apparently was not rescued along with us. I do like the fact that we are starting out as just like wussy little kids, instead of it. Oh, that was cool. A little airship just flew over. But we're just starting out as like wussy little kids instead of like full-on like heroes, right? In Final Fantasy 1, it seemed a little strange to me because I remember you started as heroes. Like right off the bat, they even referred to you as like the chosen heroes or the prophesized heroes or whatever. And I'm like, well, it just seems strange. Like, okay, it's an RPG, I'm supposed to like level up and get stronger, but I'm already like the chosen one. It's just a little weird. With this, it's more traditional. This is more what I'm used to, right? You're starting out as a nobody and you're going on an adventure to become strong. You know, I don't even know what weapons anybody has. I'm gonna check it out real quick. She must have something range because she's in the back. Okay, bow. And then I'm guessing he's got a sword and a shield. Guy, I don't like this dude. I don't know why, but and he's got an axe and armor. Okay. I should have edited his name because the name Guy is just it's dumb. Sorry if any of you guys are named Guy, but hey, a hornet. That's kind of a neat looking enemy. Nice and weak. Helps me to do some grinding and level up. Like I mentioned earlier, right off the bat in Final Fantasy 1, I'm trying to remember the guy's name, but the king sent us to save his daughter, I think, in Final Fantasy 1, and we had to go fight this guy. It started with a G. Was it Gilbrand? Garbrand? I don't remember. Something with a G. I had to go fight him. It was the very beginning of the game, and because it was so early, I actually thought, well, I just didn't think much of it. Like, I thought it was just going to be like a normal, you know, scripted battle. I went in there and just got my butt kicked. So that's when I learned, okay, I need to actually fight a bunch and level up before I even get there. So it was easy enough. It's just that the pacing is different from modern games. You know, most modern games you kind of level. You don't have to necessarily grind as much in a lot of more modern RPGs, or at least not in the first 10 minutes. But yeah, this is the Pixel Remaster version of the game. I never played the original, so I couldn't tell you how much better or worse it is visually than that one. Now, she was poisoned in that battle. I'm checking to see. Does not appear she is still poisoned, which is awesome. That drove me nuts in the original Final Fantasy 1. You'd get poisoned in a battle and it would carry over to after the battle. So your next battle, you'd still be poisoned. But on top of that, when you walk and stuff even, you'd continue being poisoned and take damage. It does not appear that that happened. So that's a relief. That's huge relief. More leg eaters. 5 of them. There's almost as many leg eaters here as I have legs on my whole party. Definitely open to tips if anyone has played Final Fantasy 2. Never played the original before, and this is my first foray into Final Fantasy 2. I've played quite a few of the others, but so I just picked up an axe. I think it might be the same axe that Guy already has, though. But let's double check. I thought I picked up an axe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm seeing things. How much money do I have now? 807? Let's get to 1,000 and then I'll go check out the shops. Yeah, you get gold pretty quick, at least right off the bat. I'm also gonna save. You never know when you're gonna stumble on a tough bad guy. I can't imagine I'm gonna run into anybody too strong here. Some leg eaters and some hornets. Maria's pretty weak at this point. I should have healed her if I were smarter. Guy is poisoned. Let's see. I'm probably gonna have to go back and heal. Because she's just too weak. Alright, first off, where is the inn? Oh, I just passed it. The inn is right here. This is my first time at one of the inns here, so I don't know how much it's going to cost. Welcome, please come in. 16 gil, okay, not bad. My party is small right now because one of my people is missing. Right off the bat, we had the whole game starts off with your kingdom gets invaded by some evil emperor, and you got split up from your friends, rescued by the people here, and now you're going to look for your friend. That's your next mission. So, all right, I've got some gold now. Let's go see if I can buy anything. Actually, I'm gonna need to buy some potions. So let's do that first. Oh man, it's depressing. All these status effect carrying things just reminds me of how much I hate status effects. Potions. Okay, we gotta buy at least a fair number of potions here. Eye drops, a couple of those. There's like all my money gone. These, I'm guessing, are a little more obscure. I don't know if I'm going to run into any of these yet. I'm going to pass on buying those at the moment until I have more money. I probably don't need any of those yet either. But once I've got more money, I will come back and check those out. All right, let's see what I can do for defense and some armor here. All right, so first dude already has this buckler. She can't use it because she's using a bow, so I don't want to give it to her, or she won't be able to use a bow. I'll have to check and see if my purple cape dude, who I don't like, by the way, I just don't like that dude. He, I believe, has a two-handed weapon, so I don't think he can use it. I'm gonna double check that. I don't like that guy. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have gone with that default name, Guy. It's just stupid. No offense if your name's Guy. I like Guy Fieri or whatever. He's fine, but not this dude. Is this two-handed? I would assume it is. It's a big axe. It doesn't say anywhere. At least I'm not seeing anywhere that it's two-handed. Here, let's test it this way. Unequip his buckler. Oh, he's got two swords. Nice. Oh, no, he's not two-handed. Okay, so I can buy him a buckler. I kind of like him having two swords. That's kind of cool. But I likely will find a better sword here anyway. So anyway, let's go back to the store. I'm a noob to this, so if anybody has any tips, I'm a noob to Final Fantasy II at least. Anyone have any tips? Feel free to share. I'm gonna buy him a shield. Not gonna buy her a shield because she needs the bow. And it's two-handed. Leather cap. Need to buy all three of them one. Clothes, no good. Gloves. I need gloves for all three. Alright, now we got some equipment. Let's see what we can do. I kind of want to keep him with the, okay, well that'll definitely help their defense and magic defense. Kind of want to keep him with the double swords. That's just kind of cool. Maybe I'll see how it goes. But let's see. The buckler lowers his attack a lot. Only raises his defense by 1. Well, defense, evasion, plus 8, magic, interference. Alright, I gotta give him the buckler back. Okay. Let's see. Alright, what? Leather cap. And he's already got the armor. Maria. She can't put anything in this hand because the bow is two-handed. I mean, it doesn't say that. That's just kind of strange. Like, I don't see anywhere that says that. But I mean, just common sense. The bow's got to be two-handed, right? I mean, Yeah, see, there you go. So equipping that, unequipped the bow. If it says that, I'm just missing it somewhere. Okay, yeah, I'm missing one dude in my party because he's out. He's missing. He's literally missing. So that's my first thing is I gotta find him. Going back to my old village or whatever, which is probably in ruins because the bad guys attacked. I think my parents are dead. They didn't specifically say that, but they did mention our parents. And then they got all emo about it. Let's see, what could you want with me? I'm just an old man. Let's ask. Wild Rose. There's a password I got from the king here earlier. Wild Rose. Our queen. Princess. Yeah, that's what it was. The geezer act is just a cover. My name is Tobal, and I'm the best darn blacksmith in the rebel army. Okay, well let's... There are no key terms to learn. Okay, well... Great, you're the best blacksmith, but what am... That's it? Like, you're just gonna tell me that? I guess, he's not doing anything for me for now. Maybe he will later. What can I do for you? Knife. +3 attack. Staff. Javelin, broad. So he's already got a broadsword. +8 attack, so that's way better than the knife. Let me check real quick and see what their weapons all do. I mean, his broadsword's better. Bow, only 1 attack, but I do like having somebody with range that can be in the back. Axe, 10. Okay, so I mean, I don't know if I want any of those weapons that he's got for sale here. Knife is less than their stuff. The knife is better than her bow, power-wise, but I mean, I like having a bow with her. Staff is weaker than the axe, and sword for sure. It's better than the bow, but again, I want her in the back. And javelin, yeah, I'm gonna have to keep these. And I've already got the broadsword. So, okay, well, nothing here. I don't think there's a magic shop here because it's early. Oh, maybe there is. There's some... That surprises me a little bit that there's a magic shop this early in the game. Do I have any money left? Barely. What can I do for you? Yeah, okay. I don't have any money for him anyway. I'm gonna probably go try and get a little more money, do a little more fighting to earn money to buy some spells, but also some more healing items. Let's talk to this dude. My name's Gordon. I was once a prince of Kashuan. Now I'm nothing but a coward. Well, that stinks. When my brother, Scott, fell in battle, I abandoned my kingdom and fled here. So you've asked to take up arms in the struggle. I'm afraid Hilda will turn me away that I haven't even asked her. I've been stalling here. I'm just a spineless coward. Go ahead, laugh. I deserve it. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Guess you do. Just sit there and be emo to yourself. Sorry, I'm gonna go do some fighting and try to get some more money so I can buy some additional, like, status effect curing items, as well as maybe some potions, and then hopefully some magic. I don't have enough money to buy that now, but I mean, I should actually be a decent amount stronger now. I just re-equipped everybody. I was already strong enough to take these guys out without a problem. These leg eaters, you see their names? Like, how weird is that? I might be missing something, I don't know. This is the Pixel Remaster version of Final Fantasy II, so if you've played the original and this looks weird to you, that's why. I actually never played the original, so I couldn't really tell you how drastic the differences are, but it looks pretty nice to me for such an old game, so I imagine it is fairly modernized and updated. I mean, I know when I looked at compared Final Fantasy 1 to Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster, they looked a lot different, so. Gotta love that victory sound. I'm still new to this game, but I do like the fact that you seem to gain skills as you use them. Like the more you use a bow, the better you become with a bow. I mean, honestly, it's like real life, I guess. Like that's my understanding of how this game works. But again, I'm still new to this game, so if I'm missing something or whatever, let me know. I'm learning the ropes. But that's the way they made it sound at the beginning. Is the more you use a spell, the stronger that those spells get. The more you use this type of weapon, the stronger your attack gets. Stuff like that. Like the more you do things, the more powerful that thing gets, I guess, for lack of better words. But that's not at all like Final Fantasy 1. It seems this is considerably deeper than Final Fantasy 1. Of course, Final Fantasy 1 is so old and it's pretty basic, but I did enjoy playing that game. I say it's basic, but it was tough. We had to do a ton of grinding. But see, yeah, it looks like my skills, go up as I use them. Now, how come nothing went up though? Because as I'm using these skills, you'd think it would go up a little bit, but whatever. Maybe it just I haven't used it enough. Maybe. These fights are easy, so I'm just kind of spamming right now. I gain a little money. Not a lot, but I'll gain more as I get to stronger battles, but I'm a coward at this point. I don't want to... Okay, I can zoom my map in there. That's neat. It seems like the controls are very similar to what they were in Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster, which is good, because I just played that a couple weeks ago, so... I gotta check my formation. I think I'm a little confused why nothing seems to be going up in the skills, but maybe it's just going up such a minor amount that I can't tell. Okay, so they both are in the front. When I get into... Yep, they are. When I get into the battles, it kind of looks like he was in the back, but I must just be seeing things. Status. Let's check status and stuff. Skill. Yeah, so we got no... As far as I can tell, no skill points for anything, maybe. Maybe those things build up a bit over time. Maybe it takes a lot longer than I would guess. Maybe I have to reach a certain point in the game before you actually start gaining skill levels. I don't know. I would have thought at this point I would have gained at least a tiny bit of skill. There's a skill level though. Well, I would still think this bar would be slowly filling up and get to the end, and then I would reach the next level. So why are none of them seeming to even move? Again, maybe I just need to reach a certain point of the game or something before that happens. I don't know. I'm a noob. I'm still learning, so I'm just gonna go with it, and we'll figure it out as we go, I guess. If somebody knows the answer, though, let me know. Like I said, I'm a noob to this game. Didn't read any guides or watch any videos. All I have was there's a little wizard in the beginning that told me a little bit about it. I mean, his HP went up. I mean, so that's good. So I'm gaining some gold, and my HP is going up. So I'm making progress. What level are they? Does he even say what level they are? Well, you got skill levels, but... Yeah, it's very different than Final Fantasy 1. Or honestly, a lot of RPGs as far as I can tell. HP up. I got a bunch of gil. Not a bunch, but some gil. Yeah, as far as I can tell, it's not even showing what my level for these characters are. But that makes me think it seems like it's much, much more focused on the individual like skill levels and stat levels as opposed to character level. Whereas in most games, or many games, as you gain a level for your character, all those other things go up. In this, you just level up through, I guess, doing things, right? Using your skills and everything levels them up. That's what it seems like. I'm still pretty early into it. I'm still a noob. Alright, how much money do I got? Only 420. Magic spells cost 150, so I've got a while to go. Okay, ambushed here. I do wish I had my other party member. That would make things easier. So far, this definitely seems deeper, you know, with the kind of back-end mechanics than Final Fantasy 1 for sure. I may run in and just check out the magic spells really quick, maybe buy one. Because I guess I don't even know for sure that I'm allowed to buy magic spells yet. It's very early into the game. Okay, well, there we go. Teaches the fire spell, deals fire damage when used in battle. Well, she's going to be my bow person and be in the back row. I think she should be my curer. You know, that seems probably kind of stereotypical to have the girl be the healer, but whatever. Lightning damage. Honestly, I want more than one of them to have heal, so maybe I'll buy it for well, I'm gonna buy a second one first, but I'll probably teach more than one of them heal. Cure. Fire spell, I'm gonna buy that also, and then I'm just gonna equip them real quick, and then I'll come back and figure out what I'm gonna do next. Okay, so Cure Tomb. I will teach it to her. And fire, I'm going to give to, I guess, I'll give it to Guy. But now I want to buy another cure because, and then I'm going to buy, let's see, how much money do I have left? Thunder. Alright, that's all my money basically for now. But I'm going to give whatever this new, Flareon? We'll call him Flareon because I'm stupid. I'm going to use the Cure Tome on him because I want him to learn it too. And the Thunder Tome, also on Flareon. Actually, let's see, there we go. So now they should each have some magic. Nice. See, that reminds me of Final Fantasy VII, looking at that screen right there with the, what is it called, Materia or whatever, and I haven't played any of the newer 7s. I only played the original. I've never played any of the remakes, spin-offs, any, whatever that is. I haven't followed that, but Cure, okay. And he's got fire. I'd like to get her at least one more. And I would like to get a little bit of money for potions and, what do you call it? Potions and status effect improving things. Yeah, well, there we go. Let's go do a little more fighting. Final Fantasy 1, there were 2 separate stores for black magic and white magic, but it looks like it's all kind of blended here, which is kind of nice. Might as well save. I'm not actually threatened by any of these bad guys at this point, but no reason to take our chance. I might actually venture a little bit further out from the town at this point, just to see if I can find someone slightly harder and, you know, get a little more XP. So I've got Fryon, Firion. I'm never going to call him by his right name. And then Maria and Guy. Guy, I just can't get over his name. I should have changed his name. Oh, there's a bridge. Alright, something tougher. Nope, just goblin still. I mean, I think it's a combination of the fact that his name is Guy and the fact that he's got, like, a stupid purple cape. Like, those two combined. He's the reject of my party. Alright. He's got some stats going up there for Flareon. I do kind of like this guy. He's got a weirdo outfit, but Flareon. More goblins. Kind of a neat little character model there for them. It's like an evil Smurf, almost. Evil green Smurf. I should be getting a decent amount of money already. I like these. It's just kind of a neat little detail with the airships flying over constantly. What are these leg eaters supposed to be? Are they like a snake? It almost looks like it's like a thorn bush or something. And I guess in that sense, it's like a leg eater. Like you're walking through those and you're, you know, scrape up your legs. I don't know. The hornets look neat though. Those are pretty neat. I like the colors even. Let's cross the bridge. See if we find anybody a little tougher. Preemptive strike. Yay, you won. Just still goblins, okay. It doesn't seem like it is ramping up too much harder yet, even as I get a little further away. I'm just being a little paranoid after playing Final Fantasy 1 because it ramped up quickly. I'm trying to remember that guy's name. It started with a G. Galbrand, whatever it was. But right off the bat, I had to go fight that guy. And it was a very short walk from where I started. So I just walked right there and fought him. You know, I battled the monsters I ran into in between the two locations, but I didn't do any grinding because I was like, the game had just started and I didn't think I had to grind already or go buy a bunch of equipment. And I actually didn't even think about buying a bunch of equipment because I figured I'd have no money. But he just kicked my butt, like, instantly. And even as he was kicking my butt, I thought, like, oh, this is one of those scripted battles that you see in games where you have to lose, and then, you know, just, you know how that goes. But nope, that wasn't it. I got my butt kicked, and it was game over in, like, the first couple minutes. I was like, what the heck? So that's lesson learned. I did some grinding, got weapons, went back and fought him, and then kicked his butt. My party does like to dress a little bit exotically in this game. All like purple and orange, and I mean, look at that appearance of him. He's a bit different. they're all kids. That's what they referred to them as, kids in this game. So maybe that's why they're all wearing capes. Well, the girl's not. I mean, she's probably the coolest of the three, but maybe it's just the purple hair. I don't know. So again, I do kind of like how this guy looks with his just a little bit different of a look. The Firion, or however you pronounce that name. I just went with the default names for everybody. Alright, let's see if we have enough money now to go buy at least one more magic spell and then some healing items. What do I have and don't I have? Alright, I don't have Blizzard, so I'm going to buy Blizzard. I'll give that to, I don't know who yet. Probably to her. Let's see what she got. Who only has... I gave him 2. She only has Cure. I'm going to give it to her because she has no offensive magic at all. Honestly, I should probably buy Cure for all of these guys. There's no reason not to, I guess, right? You can learn a max certain number of spells. I forget what it was. I won't say he's 7, but I can forget a spell and just kick it out, basically, and replace it with a different one if I choose to. So, not really a whole lot of risk. Alright, so now all my guys have Cure, which, you know, is important. Who knows, maybe I'm doing something stupid, but they all have Cure and an offensive spell. So I think I'm in good shape there. Of course, I've got another party member who is missing. That's my first quest, essentially. Go find him. Let me buy a few healing items here. Well, some status effect stuff. Let's see. Cross. I'll buy. I don't know when I'm going to run into a curse, but I'm going to buy one to be safe. One of those to be safe. What does he got? Oh, so Phoenix down. I can't afford those anytime soon. I'm going to need some, but it's too early for me to afford those. Eye drops. I got to buy a couple of those. Antidotes. A couple of those. Potions. I don't think I'm at a point where I need high potions yet. My people don't have much health anyway. So, alright, I'm going to officially move on and try to find my friend now. Because I've got all the weapons and equipment. Weapons and armor. Let me double check. I'm actually forgetting. Yeah, I checked the armor, or the weapons, and there's really nothing I wanted. For anyone that may have just joined, this is the Pixel Remaster version of Final Fantasy II. It's free on Gamepass if you feel like checking it out. I like it. I never played the original, but being free, I figured a good chance to download it and check it out. I played Final Fantasy I Pixel Remaster just a few weeks ago. Enjoyed that. Beat it. Tough. Lots of grinding. Fairly easy game to catch on to how to play. It's not a super deep game, but it definitely required a lot of grinding. And I don't know, I spent probably 25 hours on it. I think I'd read online that it's about a 17-hour game, but I definitely spent more than that. But I think it's just because I grinded a lot. Maybe more than I had to by the end, but it made it not horribly difficult by that time. Okay, so heading a little north. Terrain seems to be changing a little bit. love to get my third party member. Let's see. The guy was, I'm guessing this, you can see these little things on the map. I'm guessing there are, those might be, oh, yep, there's a little village. You can see them on the map. Gatria, I don't know. Watch, I will regret having bought all that stuff because there'll be better stuff here. Please come in. Actually, how hurt am I? Hurt enough that it is worth healing. Okay. 27. It's an extra, what? 10 gil to sleep here. I could just walk back to the other place and heal, but oh well. It's probably just gonna be the same items here, which is fine. Same prices and everything, as far as I can tell. Okay, I'm not gonna buy any of this stuff, but it's good to know. And let's go over here. This place looks kind of neat with the vines growing on the walls and everything. What can I do for you? Alright, so I don't need any of this stuff, at least not right now. They do have a bow there, and that's kind of neat because I may want another person to have a bow. Now here, I'm not going to go in here now, but this is where I believe you can revive a person that dies. So that's a good thing to remember. The Imperial forces have occupied Castle Finn. The gates are drawn and no one can enter. So I have to go. Wow, and the Imperial troops and monsters roaming the streets. The city isn't any better off. I mean, I think that's where I want to go, but I'm going to look for my friend. When the Imperial army attacked, we got in a fight. Me and my buddies here got in a fight with them. We lost because we're just stupid kids. And then the princess and her forces rescued us, but they didn't get my friend, who I think is named Leon. Yeah, now we're going to find him. I tried to join the rebellion, but they told us no. So Galtria and Altair haven't fallen to the clutch of the Empire yet. That's good. What do they got here? Anything I would want? All the same stuff at the previous place. Oh, actually, did I miss something? Does he not have a leather cap? Or leather gloves? Or did I just forget to equip it? I mean, I don't like that, dude. So maybe I just rejected him. Yeah, I must have forgot to equip it. Sorry, dude. Alright, so... Alright, I'm good. This town didn't really have anything worth buying. Is there anything out here? There's all this space. Alright, so this is where he told me... The guy in the at the castle, after they rescued me, he was telling me, like, you're not going to make it any further than that city to the north. Like, well, okay, at least I know I'm heading the right way. Now I need to go to the castle, Castle Flynn or Finn or whatever. I'm not positive where that is. So let's just wander, I guess, until we can find it. Still more of these leg eaters. These are weird. Yeah, see, it keeps throwing me off, though. Like, purple dude, the guy at the bottom, he looks like he's in the same row as Maria. He is not. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, right there, that's where I need to go. Okay, and it doesn't look like it's actually that far. It's all the same bad guys so far. Oh, didn't even hurt her. Did I equip a shield to my, what, guy? I did not. Do I have one? It would lower... yeah, that was one of the things I think I read about, is if you equip a shield, it will lower your attack for your weapon. So maybe I will keep him... I mean, I can have something in both hands, but it will lower my attack. So, let's not do that. Although I can add a broadsword. Now he's carrying an axe and a broadsword. Not increase, like, no penalty to that. I guess as long as I got the extra, might as well try it, right? I don't know. Is there any downfall to doing that? Like, I don't see any. Like, if you add a shield, it increases your evasion, your defense, all those things. But it decreases your attack. But I didn't see any downfall to equipping double weapons, other than the fact that it means you can't equip a shield. You know what, I should probably try out some of my magic. I have not used any. Oh, look! I finally gained a skill. Some experience on one of my skills. I don't know what triggered that. Not complaining. But once I get the hang of it, I need to figure out what's triggering it so I can, level them up more. Why is he missing so much? Poison in this is not so bad. If you can't imagine any of you watched my Final Fantasy 1 stream, but God, the poison in Final Fantasy 1 was brutal because you get poisoned and it remains with you after the battle, and you can walk around and take poison damage, and then your next battle you're still poisoned. So it was a pain. In this, the poison goes away when the battle ends. Guy, sword leveled up. Nice. Because I just equipped a sword to him, and he used it, so, I literally just equipped that, like, seconds ago. Minutes ago, I guess. But this is how it works, right? Like, in this game, as you use skills, those skills level up. Get stronger. I'm stronger, Guy is stronger with swords. But I don't know why nobody's gaining any of these other skills. Or maybe they are, I don't know. I don't see anything going up. Still all the same bad guys. It looks like they're easing you into it a lot more here than they did in Final Fantasy 1. And to be honest, all the other Final Fantasies, it's been too long since I played them. I did actually just play 12 recently, which is a newer game than these, but still not new at this point, right? I've lost track, but it's not a new game anymore. Feels new, because I'm old, but... Alright, let's go to this city. I believe this is where I'm supposed to go, but we'll find out. That's cool. He's got the double attack now. Actually, let's first go out here. Yeah, and go to the town. Let's see what's out here. Uh-oh. Am I gonna have to fight them, or are they gonna let me in? Just as we heard, the city's crawling with Imperial soldiers. We have to be careful, make sure no one gets too close. Rebels, okay. Can we beat him? Hey, he looks kind of cool. I hope I can beat this dude. I mean, I just saved, so. Nope, this is probably a mistake. Let's flee. Well, yeah, I was curious, and that did not pay off. Now, like my guy, we dragged his dead body along and just let him lay there. I'm gonna run back to that town and cure him in that church or whatever. I can't remember what it's called. Alright, I'm gonna flee this one too. It's too many people. Too many enemies for me to battle when one of my guys is face down on the floor there. I can take these goblins. I did not think that guard was going to be that strong. I know it warned me to stay away, but I am dumb, I guess. Alright, let's go up here. And, well, what's this wizard got to say? Oh, I already talked to him. Wrong spot. I didn't see a magic store here. As you pray, a warm light suddenly envelopes you, and a voice overflowing with compassion rings in your ears. Wandering soul, return now from that distant land where sorrow and darkness hold sway. Alright. Wake up, dude. He is alive. At 1 HP. So now we will go down and stay in a hotel. Well, lesson learned. Stay away from those guards. Let's save. It looks like I can still go up there, though, without a problem. I just need to not interfere with the guards. Because I was walking around there without a problem. I want to go back in there and just see what's up. And if I do get stuck in a fight with them, I will just immediately run next time. Of course, now that I've got 3 people in my party instead of 2, they're all... I'm running into, like, easy bad guys. I had 2 just because my one dude was dead. But... Yay. Kill these hornets. Dun, 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 dun. I am curious why I'm not gaining any more skills from anybody else. Alright, I'm going to save before I go in this time. Better safe than sorry. Alright, I'm not going to talk to him. Or him. Oh. Oh, okay, it's just monsters. No problem with them. He did poison me, though. Jerk. I was going to say, if I run into more knights, I'm screwed. And poison's not so bad in this one, it just goes away. They made a reference to... Oh, I can't go to the inn here to heal. That's lame. Can I go into any of the shops? Oh, nope. So it doesn't look like there's really any value in coming into this town. They're blocking off all the shops. They mentioned something. I talked to a guy somewhere. He said that at the tavern or an inn or something, there's there's a person who didn't evacuate in time or whatever. So there's somebody around here, but he looks like he's blocking the inn. So this does not appear to be blocked. There's no one here though. So. Alright, well, appears to be no value in hanging out here. It's just a bunch of leg eaters. I don't understand the leg eater thing, but whatever. I don't know where my friend is. They made references to coming here, and then they made references to rescue my friend. I don't know if he is here. Wherever we were at when he attacked is probably where my friend, when the Emperor attacked, is probably where our friend is, and I'm guessing we were here. Alright, let's go in the castle now. Castle Flynn. Oh, gates up. So maybe our friend is back in the village. Down here. Maybe he's somewhere around here and I need to find him. That would make sense for him to be here. Alright, so I don't know that I'm doing the right thing, but that would make sense to me if he's in this town, because this is where they invaded. Now they're occupying here, and our friend, we couldn't find him. Like, he's probably just here somewhere. Let's just go into every building that's not blocked. Our friend Leon is the one missing. Yeah, look for Leon. If anybody knows what Leon is, if you've played this before or whatever, let me know. Just save me some hassle. How much gold do I have at this point? Alright, almost 1,000. Well, I wish it mentioned what our quest was, but I know it's sent us on our way to look for our friend, and I'm not seeing him in this village. I think there might be a building over here we haven't gone in yet. More HP, more gil. Yeah, let's check over here. This is the only place I can think of where you haven't been, I don't think. Ambushed. Should be easy, the goblins are not too bad. Nobody in here either. Everything's just abandoned. Wish we could take a nap. Not really sure. Might have to go back to the village and ask around. Which is fine. I mean, I'm just, right at this point, I'm just still gaining experience killing bad guys. Leveling up. Yeah, I don't, stay away from me, dude. Alright, let's check around the castle one more time. As soon as I step away, okay. I thought maybe I could actually check around the castle, but that appears to, whoa. Oh, do I even want to fight these dudes? I'm guessing no. They look... Sergeant. Oh, there's a captain. The captain is the one that wasted me last time. Alright, I am not ready for these dudes. Yeah, there's a captain plus the sergeants and the wizards. Like, I'm not ready for this. I'm gonna die. That was depressing. Yeah, we'll just start from there. Oh. Yeah, well, I'm in okay shape then. Because I didn't actually accomplish anything in this town. I didn't find anything. Let's see. I can't remember. Yeah, there's nothing here. Where in the heck is Leon? Where do I go next? Let's go back to that other village. And talk to people there. Because I don't know. All I remember is being told to come up to here and look for my friend, and kind of warned to not go here actually, but that's really the only direction I got. We wanted to go check out our ruins of our town, see if our friends are there, and we wanted to join the fight. But yeah, man, those guys were crazy. I mean, just that one captain I encountered earlier kicked my butt, and I couldn't even damage him. And then that group was a captain and multiple sergeants, and maybe was it 2 captains even? Either way, it was that was brutal. I clearly am not supposed to be there yet. Glad I save constantly. So let's go back to the next town over. Talk to people, see if they give any tips. In the meantime, I'm just gaining gold and leveling up, basically. I mean, I could have tried magic against them, but I'm pretty confident that I'm just too weak still to fight them. Alright, let's talk to some people here. This is the village of Gutria. Finn is just over there across the lake, see? Yep. Went there. What'd she have to say here? They haven't fallen into the clutch of the Empire. Okay, yep. I got that already. I think I talked to him already, too. There's a pub just on the outskirts of Finn where the Empire invaded. The barkeep didn't make it out in time. I didn't see a pub outside of Finn. I didn't see anything outside of the village. They say he's still working there, pouring drinks for the Imperials. I guess that's gotta mean something, right? There's gotta be someone there. but I can't get into that inn right now. Assuming the inn is where they're talking about, unless there's something else down there. Interesting. Alright, well, let's head back. Maybe there is some sort of a... Well, he said it's a bar or whatever right outside of... Was it Finn or Flynn or whatever? I didn't see anything. I mean, there's the inn there in town, but it's being blocked. And that is in town. So I wouldn't have thought that actually is what he's talking about. But he could be just referring to it as being outside of town in the sense that it's just outside of the castle, right? It's not... It's the little village outside of the castle. So that could be what he's talking about. I don't know. Is there any structure? Are there any structures out here? Does not appear there are. Okay, let's see. Let's fight these hornets. Just trying to think where... Huh. Okay. One little measly goblin. I'm not seeing anything. They made reference to some bar or whatever outside of town. Alright, let's save and then head back in there. I gotta stay away from the knights because they are very strong. That's a pretty big group. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use my magic for the first time. I mean, I don't need to, but... You kill them right away. Nice. I am going to also heal Guy after this, because he's lost a lot of health. Heck, might as well deal with everybody. Okay. Alright. Is there anywhere else here I missed? Hmm. Probably not the most interesting watching me be lost. Not exactly lost, I just not sure where to go. I mean, I guess that means I'm lost. Yeah, they made references to some dude outside of town, but I don't see anyone outside of town. A barkeeper or whatever, bartender. But the inn is actually completely blocked off. And I don't see any little structures outside of this village. I guess this is a village city. So where? It's kind of annoying running out with these monsters in here when you're trying to just run around and explore, figure out what the heck you're doing. I feel like there's something up here because it's not blocked off. Like, yeah, I bet there is. I don't see anything over here though. The fact that it's letting me walk over here at all further makes me think that there is something over here. Otherwise, it would teleport me out of the town. So I must be going the general right direction. Oh, right there. There is a bar right outside of town. I didn't even see that before. That's funny. How did I miss that? I assume when I... Yeah, whatever. Anyway. So now I know where to go. I'm guessing there's somebody I'm going to talk to in here or trigger something. But that's funny. I don't know how I didn't see that when I was wandering around inside. Uh-oh. Right into the lion's den here. Don't want to go near these dudes. Because they would kill me very easily. I mean, if they're like the last one encounter, they will. I can't imagine they're all captains, but still. Whoa, where do you think you're going? Customers on the line behind the counter. These Imperials are as ill-bred as they come. Aha, you're with the rebels. You'll find a secret door in this wall, sweet. There's a wounded soldier back there. Go see if you can help him. What am I going to do? I've had it with this place. You guys can take it from here. Don't let us down. Well, bye. You just walked out on the job? Alright, where's the secret door? You said there's a secret door. Oh. Right through the wall. There's an entire room filled with Imperials there, and they didn't see me just walk through the wall. Oh well. Oh, nice. Potion. Okay, I guess. Potion. Potion. Okay, it's still something. And it's early enough in the game, you can use all the potions you can get. Who's a soldier? Are you going to turn me over to the Empire? At least have the decency to kill me first. I don't want them to take me alive. Wild Rose. So, you're rebel soldiers, are you? My name is Scott. Someone made a reference to Scott earlier. I can't remember who that was now, though. Oh, that's... They must have been talking about the Prince of Kashuan. Okay. Prince Scott, we were told you fell in battle. Okay, that's why I heard of him. Thank goodness you're still alive. I am, but not for much longer. Well, that sucks. I'm afraid I must ask you a favor. I must ask a favor of you. There's something you must tell my brother, Gordon Ramsay. Tell him I know he has great strength. He must learn to have more faith in himself. I also have a message for the king. Tell him the reason Finn fell so quickly is that Count Borgin betrayed us. He's been made a general in the Imperial Army. Dun dun dun. There's one more thing. Tell Hilda that she was right about me. Tell your sister she was... No, sorry. That's Star Wars. Return of the Jedi, I'm thinking. There's one more thing. Tell Hilda I love her. Oh. Hilda's a princess. Met her at the very beginning of the game. She actually saved us. Or her forces saved us. Is that it? Is he dead? No. No, don't deliver that last message. I don't love her. I lied. Oh, the confessions of a dying man, they would only bring her pain. That's true. That is unfortunate. My brother Leon, have you heard of him? That's who we're looking for, actually. Oh no, it's Maria saying that. Maria, my brother Leon, have you heard of him? I'm sorry, but I have not. I wish I could be of more help. Here, I want you to take my ring. I'm sure it will be of use. Woohoo! Thanks for the ring, dude. Maybe it's all this talking, but I've grown extremely tired. Well, why'd you get out of bed then, dude? If you'll excuse me, I just need to rest. Just for a while. Yeah, he didn't make it. He's not gonna pull through. You obtained Scott's ring. Let's see what Scott's ring does. Is it not even equipment? Do we not have accessories? Does not appear there are accessories. Is that just a key item or something? No, she's... Oh, key items. Ring. A memento from Scott. Apparently someone in Gagtria knows how to use it. Well, that means we need to go back to that town. Okay. So, I guess that's the next step in our journey. We got his ring, and let's go back to town. And we can also go back to the other palace and let him know Scott's dead. Basically share all those messages. Alright, so I guess we'll leave here. Let's save. I save constantly, you will notice that. It's because I'm paranoid of just dying. And redoing things. I hate redoing things. I'm like... I'm just weird like that. I hate redoing anything. But yeah, so we need to go back to the town and find out who knows about Scott's ring. And also probably need to go back to the original kingdom and tell all the people all the news. I wonder if we are going to tell the Princess Hilda that guy says he loves her. Because he said that, but he said, well, never mind, don't tell her. But I don't know. If I'm given the option, I'm going to tell her. Just because I'm a jerk, but... Because he's right. It would hurt her feelings, or make her sad to know that he loved her and then he died. Well, I don't know. It depends. Because he never confessed his love to her, ever. Then doing that on his deathbed, probably not. not really super productive, but I mean, if they knew that they love each other, then what's the big deal? Like, of course you're gonna say that. So maybe there's an assumption that she didn't know that he loved, um, her. Because then, yeah, that would be a little depressing to reveal it the first time when you're dead. Poor Scott. Alright, here we go. This village supposedly has someone in it that knows something about Scott's ring. And after this, unless it gives me something else to do, I will go back to the first town, the first castle actually, and I guess give the message that we were asked to give. Alright, let's go to town. Does he know how to use the ring? He looks like a little kid. This is the village. Okay, I bet the wizard is the one. There was a wizard here, I think. Yeah, he's got to be the one. The Imperial forces. Imperial blah blah blah. Okay, not him. There's a pub. Okay, I knew he's the one that told me about it. They say he's still working there pouring drinks for the Imperials. That's how I found those guys. They haven't found the Empire yet. Alright, is there anybody else? There's gotta be someone over here. Nope. Is there someone I missed talking to here? They specifically said someone here knows about it. Let's see. I keep walking outside of town. I'm looking for someone in this town that apparently knows something about this ring that I just picked up. I know nothing about this ring. I have Scott's ring, and I was told someone here knows how to use it. That guy does not know, or at least he didn't tell us anything. No, I was only coming here to talk to you and hope you knew something about this ring. It specifically said someone in this town knows how to use it. So it was not him. I don't want to walk these ways. It keeps taking me out of town, but I mean, they could be off the side like that. I thought it was going to be this wizard. But neither of them knew anything. Alright, let's check in here. No one in here. Where are these people? There's just someone sitting in the well. No. What the heck are they? Alright, maybe I start off by going back to the other town and delivering the messages he asked me to deliver. How is that increasing his attack? Plus 6 accuracy. Yeah, I don't want those. Let me check his attack real quick. I think his was higher than 6. Yeah. The javelin increases some of the other things, it looks like. That's why the arrow was green. But where in the world do I go? Yeah, let's just go back to that first town. and deliver the messages I was asked to give, and maybe we'll have to go back to whatever, Galtria or whatever it is afterwards. If anybody has played this before, whether it's this version or the original, and they know what is going on, you can let me know. I don't mind the spoilers. Goblins aren't too tough. I am curious why I'm not leveling up most of these skills. The sword left hand one is the only one that's been leveling up so far. They have been leveling up their HP and everything though, so that's good. Alright, I'm going to save before I go in, because I save compulsively, because I don't like redoing things, and you never know when you're just going to stumble on something that, well, progresses the story, or brings about a stronger bad guy I didn't know about. This is the town of Altair. So it's only a matter of time. Okay. There's not too much here. Should I heal here? Not really that weak. I think I have everything in these shops that I would want. So I'm not going to do any shopping. I'm just looking. I need to pass along all those messages. I don't remember who I have to pass them all along to. One was for the princess, although he specifically then told me not to deliver it. Let's talk to this guy again. What could you want with me? I'm just an old man. Key items. He's not in the town, so with the ring, nothing happens. Okay. I was gonna say, if this is the one I give it to, that's not who they told me to give it to. Wild Rose, okay. Yeah, I mean, double check this, but I was pretty sure it's really said. Apparently someone in Galtria knows how to use it. So that was the other town. Now that I've got more money, I probably should grab a few healing items. You know, I am gonna rest though, because also, in addition to health being down, a little bit, not much, but a little bit. The other thing is, this place is cheaper than the others, so might as well rest here. And my magic, I did use magic a little bit, so it couldn't hurt to replenish that. Especially because, like, this place is cheap anyway. The further you go in the game, the more expensive your stuff costs. Okay, I bet I talked to that guy, but let's go grab some items first. Cures a toad status, cure stone. I mean, I really don't want to spend this much money on. I feel like I should buy at least one of each. That sucks because that goes like all my money. What's he got? Phoenix Down. Jeez, I gotta buy a Phoenix Down. I gotta buy more Phoenix Downs to be honest, and some ethers, but I haven't used magic enough to really care too much about ethers, but I'm gonna want some ethers. Maybe I need to talk to this dude. Yep, that's it. Gordon. I was once a prince of Kashuan. Now I'm a coward. Oh yeah, so it's this dude. I remember talking to him earlier. Show him the ring. I bet, yeah, so I have to give him the ring, and then I probably will have to go to the other place. I don't know, tell me how to use it. That ring, it's my brother's. He really said all those things about me? Yes, he did. That's it. Okay, so I'm wondering if now that I've shown it to him, will I be able to go back to the other town? What is this place? Oh, the church or whatever that is. It's just bigger than the other ones, so it didn't stand out. But yeah, maybe next place I will find someone that, or now that I've talked to him and relayed that message, maybe now I can go find someone that knows how to use his ring. He didn't take the ring. I actually would have thought he would have said, he would have asked for his brother's ring, but hey, his axe skill went up. I don't know why. Sometimes they go up and sometimes they don't. But also, I'm a little confused. Why? Where is the actual palace or whatever for this place? Didn't I go to a palace at one point? Where was the stinking king? How do I get back there? Yeah, there was a king around here. I wanted to go back up there and check out the palace, but alright, well, maybe it's just gone? I don't know, well, the castle doesn't disappear, but maybe it was something I could only access in the beginning. I don't know, whatever. I don't remember. It was when I started. I literally started the game at this town after being resurrected by the prince, or saved by the princess, and then some wizards told me like kind of a tutorial, and then they sent me on their way saying, "Go, your friend Leon's not here," and that's. All right, well let's go back to that other town. See if it triggered something now that I showed him his brother's ring. Hopefully it triggered someone to know what to do with that ring. Yeah, his axe skill went up again. That's one thing with these old games, like Final Fantasy 1 and 2, like there's not, unless I'm missing it, there's not like quest logs or whatever, so you kind of just have to remember and piece things together. Alright, tell me how to use the ring. Someone. The wizard should know. No, he does not know. Okay, now these people seem to know still. How do I get back to where the palace was? I mean, they told me not to tell the princess, but kind of tough luck, you know? I feel like that's probably what I have to do. I know I was able to enter it before. It's this city here, isn't it? Unless they're missing something. But yeah, I mean, I literally started the game out in that castle, in a castle with the king there. Let's see, what town is this? Yeah, this is where I need to go. But how do I get back to this well, this is where I think I need to go. Is it down here more? Where in the world was this palace? What's this building? Oh, it's here. That's why I was thrown off. This does not look like a palace. I must have just been misremembering. It is not a palace. This is just where the rebels are hiding out, I think. Let's talk to her. Princess Hilda fled here when Finn was sacked. She's doing a remarkable job of leading the rebel army while His Majesty recovers. Good. So yeah, that's what it was. I was just thrown off. There's a treasure chest there that I got earlier. That's just a soldier. You're a rebel, okay. These are where all the wizards were, the game tutorial. Yeah, I was just confused just because the king and princess were there, so I was just thinking nothing happens. Okay, great. So yeah, I was misremembering it as being a palace or something. Just do some inspecting before I go and talk to the princess. I mean, he specifically told me not to tell him that he's dead, but, you know, what else am I going to do? It seems to be the next thing I have to do. Yeah, I'd already investigated here. But this is also why I thought that place was a palace. Look how big it is. Okay, let's go talk to her. Tell her her boyfriend's dead. I have no idea if they're boyfriends. All I know is that he liked her. I clearly see your destiny. Your future at Hold seems closely entwined with my own. Oh yeah, he specifically told me journey to Finn, which I did. Nothing happens. Okay, I need to give it to her. Alright, here comes the sadness. Our password, Wild Rose. Remember it well. That ring belonged to Scott. Is he alive? He is not. He gave us his ring in Finn just before he lost the last of his strength. Did he say anything? He said a lot. No, nothing. Oh, come on. What a liar. Yeah, he said nothing. I mean, come on. He said a lot. Even if you're gonna not tell her about the "I love you" thing, there's a bunch of other stuff he said. Please, the ring belongs with you, Your Highness. Please. What? Okay. Well, I guess. Okay. No, I was gonna say I guess I don't get to take it to the other town to the person that knows how to use it, but this is probably what triggers that, right? She says keep it. Now I probably need to go take it to the other town. It suits a person of courage. That's me. I'm courageous. You infiltrated Finn and returned to tell the tale. You've proven yourselves quite capable. It would seem I underestimated your strength. I would have you lend that strength to our cause. There's a magical metal known as mithril, and we need strong warriors if we are to obtain it. It's possible he's being held in Finn as well. But, yeah, I don't know where. But Finn is far too dangerous. The Emperor's beast still stalk the streets. Gaining entrance to the city would not be easy. The man at my right... Okay, we already did that. So key... Alright, let's learn. There are no key terms to learn. There were. I think it was mithril. Shoots a person with courage. Okay. Alright, well, I think we're good. Let's talk to this wizard real quick in case he's got something new. Heading to Finn, are we? It's not my place. Okay, we already talked to him. Alright, I'm pretty confident now we need to go to that other village. That she told us to keep the ring. So, lots of back and forth here. And even more back and forth. What the? Oh, sorry. I'm like pushing the buttons already as I exit, just because I'm anxious to get out. What the? Well, his skills, well, the guy, the one I don't like, is the only one that seems to be learning anything. And he's a loser. His name's Guy. If any of your name's a Guy, I apologize. She's poisoned. Taking damage. Status effects like poison are always freaking annoying, but it's not as bad in this one as it was in Final Fantasy 1. In 1, the poison would remain after the battle ended, and you would take damage every time you took a step. And then, of course, continue taking damage in the next battle. That drove me insane. I took a wrong turn here. Of course, that goblin's easy, so it doesn't matter. Right there. Alright, here we go. Let's find that person. They've got to be here this time. I'm going to go insane if they're not. I mean, there's been no other clues of where to go or what to do. What the heck? What the heck? Oh, jeez. I still don't see that guy. Or whoever. I don't know if it's a guy or not. But somebody is supposed to know how to use his ring. And that's the only lead I have on what to do next. Other than the mithril clue. But I didn't get any mithril. Or any instructions on where to find it. That I remembered at least. Key terms. Which key terms do I know? Let's go back in and talk to him. See if maybe I missed something. Alright, have a leader strength the rebel cause. Okay, let's learn it. And we need strong warriors to obtain it. Need a canoe at some point. I see your destiny clearly. Your future seems closely entwined with my own. You will begin by journeying. It's the first time realizing your fate. Huh? Huh? We lost fame because we were ill-equipped. The Empire fought with weapons and armor made of mithril. I've just charged Yosef, a man living in Salamand, with the task of finding a source of mithril. Okay, so now here's a clue. I don't know why this is so like buried, or maybe I'm just dumb, but I must have to go to Salamand now and find Joseph. I do not know the cause, but we've been out of contact with him for some time now. Would you go with Minwu to Salamand to look into this? Yes, I will. But what do I have to... And which one of these am I going to select that's going to screw it up or not? Okay. Okay. I assume exit. So go to with him. I heard Her Highness' words and have waited here for you since. To reach Salamand, we must first pass through the port town of Paloom. Take my canoe and let us be on our way. Alright, so that dude made reference to the canoe and that was it. So yeah, that was just a little weird, not knowing which of these, like it just seemed like it was kind of, the whole next step was kind of buried in her dialogue. But we got it figured out. We needed to learn the mithril key term. I don't know why it didn't let me learn it the first time. I think I selected one of the wrong options, so I didn't learn it. Take my canoe, and now we can go. Did he just join our party? Oh, he did. Sweet. I wonder if he's going to be a permanent party member. And we got a canoe. I'm hesitant to do much equipping for this dude, because I don't know how long he's going to be here. Is he permanent? Huh. Let's see though. He might have... That would lower his attack by a decent amount. Arms, nothing. Maybe I'll go buy him a few things. He clearly has something on his head, even though... What's his magic? Does he have any magic? Oh, he's got a crap ton of magic. This reminds me of Final Fantasy IV, when you encounter, I think his name's like Fusoya or something like that. I don't remember. You encounter add some wizard to your party who was like super strong. Had a bunch of abilities. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get him some stuff for his arms. But yeah, that was frustrating. The wandering all over looking for someone who knows how to use this thing. What really I needed to just find the princess, and that took me a while to find her because I misremembered that she was not in a castle. She was in just that building, and then I also didn't trigger the the keyword thing that made me. Sorry, I'm trying to equip and talk at the same time. That made me, I guess, trigger the next step. She mentioned the mithril, but then I must have selected the wrong option after that, and it didn't say anything about where to go next. And then when I talked to her this time, it did trigger it. So now I know I need to go to Salamand or whatever, and then it suddenly triggered going to talk to him and taking him with me. So, alright, well, he should be all set now. How much money do I got? Not a ton. So, alright, we need to take his canoe and go to Salamander. So yeah, but that was, I wasted a lot of time on that because I was misremembering where to go to find her, and then also, for whatever reason, the term, I didn't remember the term mithril after I first was told it. And I think that caused me to not trigger the next step in recruiting this guy. Alright, where do I take this canoe? Why is Guy the only one learning anything? Alright, let's look at our map here really quick. I will probably get some different enemies at least at this point. Because now I'll be in the canoe. Let's look at the map. So, which way am I actually wanting to go? If I go up and left. Yeah, let's try that. Let's go up and then left and down into that bigger pond. Also could potentially go to the right, but that's taking me out to the bigger area. Well, I do see a structure there along the coast there. So maybe we will go there. If it allows it. Let's find out. If you are just joining, this is my first time playing this. I started an hour and a half ago. I never played the original at launch. Oh, he learned a skill. So I'm new to it. If you happen to be more familiar with it, then feel free to give me some tips. I did recently play Final Fantasy 1. And this is seeming, control-wise, everything's similar. I'm playing it on Gamepass. It's free. The fact that I beat Final Fantasy 1 is what made me decide to give this one a shot. But here we are. I am now looking for the town of Salamand, I think, which has mithril, and they want me to go there and get mithril for armor, so we will be stronger to fight against the evil empire, basically. I can't go in here either, so what do I need? I must be over here. Where am I? Ooh, werewolves. How strong are they? Too strong. What the heck? And this is why I save constantly. I'm trying to remember what last time I saved, though. Have I saved since the last time I equipped? Yes, I did. So I know now not to go over on that side of the water yet. But where am I taking this canoe? That was scary though. So down here, this is not canoe water. I mean, the only area that I see I would use a canoe is that river I was just on. I feel like I have to go that way I just came from. Maybe that was just a bad luck there. Because I generally kind of went that way already. You know, I don't know that I would even need the canoe. To get there. Let's see. Let's see if she actually gave us any more clues about where this place is, as long as I'm right here. I think I've got an idea, but I don't want to wander a ton. Empire also suffered heavy loss. Okay, this is different than what she said last time. They're building the dreadnought and this is annoying actually. That she's saying more. This is the same problem I had last time, right? Is she just didn't say the next step thing, and I didn't know I needed to talk to her again. I guess I just need to make sure to talk to people constantly. They're building the dreadnought in Basque to help compensate for those losses. I need to learn that. Yes. Talk to her again. Anything? The Empire also suffered heavy losses. Okay. Ask about the dreadnought. The Empire is using the people of Basque to build the dreadnought. The dreadnought itself is a massive, heavily armed airship. Okay. Learn the word airship. A man named Sid, the former captain of Finn's Order of the White Knights, built an airship. It's a ship that sails the skies, but the airship captivated him, body and soul, and he soon left Finn. We are poor for his absence. I'm told he now lives in Poft, granting travelers passage to the airship for a price. He then uses this money to make further renovation on his airship, or so the story goes. Okay. Okay, well that seemed to actually be it this time. Shoot, where did they say? Off to Selman now. Oh, here we go. Go east to the port city of Paloom and take a ship from there. Now, he did tell me this earlier. I just didn't remember that it was specifically to the east. To the port city of Paloom and take a ship from there. Well, it's like you could never make it far on foot. Oh, we've got that wizard dude on our team now, and he seems to be strong. Don't make fun of me, dude. Alright. Go east. So I was going the wrong way. Because I was going west. I was assuming I needed the canoe right now. Well, where the heck do I go east? The east goes right into the water. I mean, I need the canoe for it, but it doesn't say where I need the canoe. Alright, I'm going to pull up the map here. Not a whole lot of places I can go to the east. Oh. This is why I need... Right here. That's... I was... Okay. And yeah, I couldn't go through it on the north because there's that mountain range blocking it. So I could go up and all the way around up by that mountain range, but I'd be blocked by it. So I had to use a canoe to just cut through this little, I guess, lake. But, okay, well, how do I get into this town? Can I even get into this town? Oh, I can walk on this, okay. Paloom. Well, actually, first things first. Save. Always save. Because you never know when you're going to run into a bunch of werewolves like I did back there, and they just kill you instantly. Like, that's... Yeah. Especially in these older games, there's not a ton of, like, hand-holding or quest logs or whatever. So you don't necessarily know where to go. You just spend a lot of time kind of running back and forth. As you guys have seen if you've been watching for a while, right? Like, I went and talked to the princess. She gave me a clue. So then I run off and try and pursue that clue. And then it doesn't work. And then I realize, okay, did I miss something? I go back and talk to her again. She gives me another clue. All right, let's check out what's in the city here. Paloom. Ye folks wouldn't be looking to book passage on a ship, would ye? For just 32 gil. I do, but I want to explore the town first. Empire hasn't attacked Paloom or Poft, at least not yet. That's good. Congratulations. All sorts of stuff for sale here. Phoenix down. Oh, I only have one. I gotta buy another. I need all of that stuff. I need more money. That's what I need. I'm okay for now on all this stuff. If they have weapons and armor and magic, that's... Yeah, they do. They have weapons, armor, and magic up here. Honestly, before I move on, I'm going to probably have to do a little more re-equipping. Assuming they have new upgraded stuff here. And they don't really. So I'm not too horribly worried. In Final Fantasy 1, it felt like every new city I encountered had like a new set of weapons and everything. So every time I'd encounter a new city, I'd level up a bunch at it before I moved on. But these are all the same weapons as the last two villages. Oh, see, this is new. So I do need at least 300 gold. So I can buy all that for all of them. Because that's an upgrade. But 300 is not too bad. Let's talk to her. Bloom's a town of freedom. Want to settle down here with me, handsome? Okay, it's creepy. Protect, show. I wouldn't mind having these. I already have cure for everyone. Alright. So next up is just fighting. Getting some gold and enough money to buy the Curious or whatever it is for the rest of my party. And then I think I'm good. And then I can jump on this ship and go to wherever I need to go for the next thing. So, alright, let's just venture around a bit. I have no idea what's going to pop up here enemy-wise. Looks like same old, so nothing to worry about then. I should check. How is my party set up? I'm going to put... I was going to say, should I put Minwoo in the back? But I think he's got a staff. He doesn't have a bow or... He's got a ton of magic, though. Oh, a vampire thorn. So it's a new one. It's literally the same thing. It's just slightly colored differently, it looks like. Barely. Well, the other one's called Leg Eater, right? That's stupid. Vampire thorn, I guess, is a better name, I guess. Anyway, let's wander around here. I do like, I've probably mentioned this a couple times, but I do like those airships flying around. It's just a nice touch that brings a little life to the map. Now, Sprinter. First time I've encountered these. Looks like a zombie bird. Like a vulture with really long legs. But he's dead. Long-legged zombie vulture. Alright, let's just keep wandering a bit and get some more gold. Alright, so are these goblins a little bit different looking than the other ones? I think they do seem to look a little different, or maybe I'm just old and my memory's bad. I mean, I am old, my memory's bad, but I don't know if that's the confusion here or not. Yeah, why are Furion and Maria not gaining any skills? Yeah, here's a stupid leg eater. They're almost exactly the same, or just slightly. I think the other thing was the vampires are just slightly lighter purple, and I think had red eyes. Okay, keep on wandering. At this point, I'm just doing some grinding to get more money, and of course, leveling up is nice too. I now need to go hop on a ship and continue on with the story. But before I do that, I wanted to get enough money to upgrade my equipment. So that's where we're at. Ooh, a bunch of goblins. Let's kill these goblins off. I do like these older Final Fantasy games, the Pixel Remasters. They're pretty neat. I did play one already recently. But yeah, I appreciate them. I've never played any of the originals. If anyone watching has played them, feel free to give me some tips. Oh, Goblin Guard. Okay. I don't know what the difference is there. I'm guessing he's slightly stronger, but not strong enough to matter. Let's see, how much gold do I have now? Almost 600. Goblin Guard again. While I was looking for my friend Leon, who's missing, I thought he was going to take my fourth party spot. It appears that he did not, and Minwoo or whatever did. Of course, I don't know if Minwoo is a permanent party member or not. That's why I was a little hesitant to buy anything for him to upgrade him or whatever. Because I don't know how long he's going to be here. Maybe forever. I don't really know. I was assuming Leon was going to come back once I found him. How much gold do I have? Over 700, so I've got enough at this point. Ambushed by some leg eaters. There you go, my legs are about to be eaten, I guess. Now, in whatever the other game, Final Fantasy 1, you would trigger battle as well on the water. And I'm not saying you don't in this, but I have not triggered any yet. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe you don't. I'm going to go around the water for a bit and see what happens. Well, it was one way in Final Fantasy 1 that I leveled up a decent amount is because there are higher level monsters in the water, and I would go fight them, or at least compared to where I was at the time, right? Like I could stand by a low level area, jump in the water, fight them, and then jump out of the water and heal at the cheap town. But again, why in the world are my other people not seeming to level up any of their skills? What am I doing wrong here? Maria and what's his face don't seem to be, I mean, his don't seem to be leveling up much. I mean, I'm not too horribly concerned because they seem strong enough that it doesn't really matter, but let's see, how am I doing? Almost 800? Let's get to 800. I don't know if anyone watching this watches our channel regularly. I mean, we do stream games on here from time to time. We beat all of Final Fantasy 1 on stream. I'm planning on doing the same with this, Final Fantasy 2. Let's see, and then we've played a few just sporadic games. We've been playing Star Sand Island, which is kind of a new, like, Stardew Valley type game. I don't know for sure if we're going to go back to that or not. I played a decent amount. It's kind of fun. It's not really my thing. My son really likes it. My son and I will play together, stream together. He may want to play more. I thought it was kind of a fun thing to play for a bit, but I'm probably ready to move on. We first streamed Pal World, and I liked Pal World a lot. So I'd like to go back and stream more of that, but I don't know, we've kind of moved on and played some other stuff. I know there's some updates and spin-offs and stuff from Pal World in the future, so maybe we'll dive back in then. And then there are a few others. We played, what was it called, Monster Train 2, which I actually really liked. I streamed that a few times. If you haven't played that, I would check that one out. That one's fun. And it's also free on Gamepass. Jeez, at this point I want to do 1,000. We should probably only be like one more battle. I was only going to do 700, but we surpassed that pretty easily, so. 1,000 gold is what I'm shooting for. Gil, sorry. I would imagine this battle gets me to 1,000. Let's see. Well, it didn't, but I'm just going to keep going a little bit and go to 1,000. Okay, I'm at 1,000 now. And I want to upgrade my armor. That was the big thing. Well, 3 of my people could use an armor upgrade. And then I think I'll heal. Well, you know what? Do I need any more? No, I don't need any of these weapons. Kind of want to buy a bow for my Minwoo, whatever his name is, but actually I don't want to invest in him too much because I'm not positive he's going to stick around. Oh, a bronze shield though. I don't have that, do I? Defense 1. So he's my only guy using a shield. I think I will buy him that. So 1 bronze shield. Actually, none of them have a bronze helm. None of them have any of this stuff. Alright, I actually just realized that I need more money than I thought. Okay, I'll start with him. Bronze shield, upgrade for him. Leather gloves. Bronze helm. Copper cuirass. I still need to buy the bronze gloves for everyone. Bronze helm. Leather armor, 2 copper cuirass. Bronze helm. See, I didn't have enough to buy him the armor upgrade, and he's already got it. Minwoo already has it. But, well, he needs the arms upgrade, And he's good there on the body. Head, he needs that. All right, let's double check really quick and see what we still need. None of them need the shield because none of them are shield users. The one guy that uses it has it. They're all good on the helm. They're all good on the Curious butt guy. And they all need the gloves. So I need 600 more for the gloves, 700 for one more of the armor. So 700 total. And what am I at? 65. So, alright, well, actually I was able to get the gold pretty easily before. So I'm not too horribly worried. But let's kill this dude. But it is getting late my time, and I have to work tomorrow. This is my first time playing this game. I will resume probably tomorrow, definitely at some point during this week. But I'm going to call it a night. Stay tuned. If you enjoyed watching this at all, please give me a like and stay tuned. I will play more. Hopefully see you again. Appreciate it. And yeah, like I said, stay tuned. See you again and wish me luck as I get more gold and further equip my people and then jump on that boat and continue my journey. So hope to see you again soon. Bye.